Well, hello there, welcome to Pringle Racing. Today we're having my initial review, not review, more of an overview of the Dakar Desert Rally game that came out a couple of years ago, and we had a bit of mixed reviews, and so I therefore was put off by it, and I thought, no, I do want to have a go at this. So it's been on my wish list, and currently it's got 60% off in the sale. So I thought, you know what, let's give it a go. Let's see, are the reviews right? Is the game lacking something? And let's give it a full test. And the reason why I want to do the clip from it is because my opinions of the game have changed within the 3 hours that I played it. And it started off that I hated it, right? And that is not the case now, by the way. I actually quite like it. The handle of the bikes are totally different from going from Monster Energy Supercross to this. So it's a totally different type of game. And there are different types of game modes. So the one I'm showing you at the moment is the one called Sports Mode, which is your standard checkpoint to checkpoint racing. Yeah. And the nice thing about this mode is you get to see the environment, you can see where you've got to go, and you can try and pick your gaps through the mountain range. And I quite like this. So you can see here you can go off track. I'm aiming for a particular checkpoint. I know where I'm heading, and that's where I go. But that isn't Dakar Rally. That's not how the Dakar Rally works. So that's not the way you really want to play this game. So the really way I want to play this is the way they do it, which is looking through your GPS map. Okay, so as a fun, straightforward racer, this is great, but this is not really why I wanted the Dakar experience. So I started playing it on the mode that's called Professional, and boy, is that tricky to get going. And which is why, to start with, I hated the game. It's like, oh, this is really tricky. And I'm going to show you that now. So I'm just going to do a normal race now, but in professional mode. Okay, now this is the very first qualifying race to start you off, to ease you in. So you have no points now, you don't know where you're going. So this is exactly what I wanted. I wanted to feel like I'm riding across the desert. And you have these little maps down at the bottom corner of the screen that guide you to where you go. So for 1.6 miles it's a straight line, to 1.5 to 2.8 it's going to slightly curve a little bit, and then you've got to plot it. But what tends to happen, and which I didn't like, is that while I'm playing this, I don't look where I'm going, and that's the bit I found really frustrating my initial first hour. So if you've played this game like on a plus count, or if it's not on the games catalogue, but if it was, I think it wouldn't do that well, because the only reason why I carried on playing with it is because I actually paid for the game. So I thought, well, I might as well, I've bought the money now, I might as well actually test it out. And I felt that I wasn't looking at the environment. I was looking at the corner map, and I was looking at my compass at the top to make sure I was heading in the right direction. So I spent the whole game looking at my map, looking at the compass, and not looking at the lovely environment. And I thought, well, that's a bit point. All I'm looking at is, am I pointing in the right direction? Am I not? And therefore I wasn't getting the lovely view of the desert that you're seeing. And it was like driving me insane. And also, when you get lost, you just no idea, because you've got no aerial map. You can't just think, oh, you are here. You've got to take these little pictures at the side to try and guess where you are. Now, I'll give you an example here, right? As you come around this corner, you'll see here we curve round. Yes, it's a curve round and it goes round. So as you see we curve round, you see the road go to the left, but actually it means go down. Right? No way does that one at 13.72 said that, right? And we go across the river and we go up. Okay, look at the little map here, 15.37. It's going to split and we're going to go straight up. If that's where you can work it out, we'll go straight up this particular part of the road. Oh man, did I keep on getting lost. So I've done this circuit about 10-15 times, so I've now learned the circuit off quite by heart, so I don't actually need the map, which does help, yeah? And it's great when you're doing the race, you get to see other vehicles, because as soon as you get to see another vehicle, you know they're on the same trajectory, so you can not look at your map anymore, you can follow the other vehicle. But you'll see as you come here, you look at the map, it tells you you're going to go up right, but actually you're going to bend left. Look at that map there, it tells you, so it's a little bit tricky with the map, it doesn't follow, but I've done the track enough times here that I know what I'm doing. So when I was playing this, I was getting really lost, and this opening level I completely got wrong, right? Now, one thing you'll see here, you see in that little map at the corner, they've got those little yellow little prompts saying 135, 158. If you look, you've got like a C compass at the top. So it says 58. If you get to about 58, that's the direction you need to be heading. Yeah? So it should be on 60, aim for 60. You can follow the track, and you can see I've got some track here. But it should tell you where you're going to be. And once you got lost, I didn't know where I was. Am I in the right place? Do I match up with the screen? And it's just annoying. I go, what a waste of time. I'm just looking at the map, looking at my coordinates, looking at the map. I'm not looking at this lovely environment they built. Yeah. So I started to hate it. I go, oh, this is just annoying. This is just, all I'm looking at numbers. And then I realised that's not how you play this game, right? This is a hard rally. Yeah. It's meant to be the hardest rally in the world. Okay. So the idea here is you need to learn your map. So therefore, I've got to take these stages in a different approach, okay? And it's not like your normal rally game. Let's see how fast I can go. Let's go quicker. No, don't do that. And this will change the whole way you do the level. So when you get to a stage, right, the first time you do a stage, treat it as a recon. You are now just going to get used to the track. So don't rush it, right? Go as slow as you can. Just make sure you can see the environment. Take your time, look at the map where it's going, okay? Get to learn that stage, right? Because it transforms the game, seriously transforms the game. So as you're going along here, you'll see here, I've done this one a few times, slightly wrong. But you can see here, I'm just trying to line up, get where I've got to go, and go through on the screen, which is quite good. So I thought this is quite handy. I know what I'm doing. I'm getting an idea now of the track. I can see which lines I'm going to be needing to choose. And as you'll notice, as you start going through the rally, you'll notice that there aren't just roads everywhere. There's multiple roads to choose from. And there's not always got vehicle tracks in the way so you know where to follow, so be wary of that. You will have to get used to the bike handling. The bike handling is totally different to a normal standard motocross bike, but it's a totally different game. So I'm not thinking it's super motocross. It is actually a rally bike. So just be aware of that. You can get used to the skill of that screen. Now this is a tricky one. When I did my first run through on here, I did not realise that you've got to really come right back on yourself. I kept on going the other side. Oops, it does like to spin around a bit. I went round that set of boulders where actually you have to cut through here. Because look, where's the road? Can you see the road? Actually, no, it's down here. So there's no way you can do this, right? But then you can check your map and you then learn the route, and that might mean you do it 3 or 4 times. But you'll know you're not worrying about the time. Yeah. And that means that when I actually go and have race the rally and actually do the actual stage, I'm actually enjoying the environment. I'm trying to remember the checkpoints that I've put in my head where I've got to go. So I'm not looking at those numbers all the time. I'm using those numbers to start with. Take your time, don't rush it. So and enjoy it. And I started going, oh, this is actually fun. And that by just changing that one technique, I've really started to enjoy the game and want to now unlock certain levels of this game. Now, in a moment, I'm going to get lost, okay? And again, when I get lost, that was really frustrating. So, but now I know that I'm only doing a recon part. So as I come down here, I'm looking at the map. And these maps aren't the friendliest things in the world, but I believe they're pretty much bang on as they are in the actual rally. But you see, I get completely lost where I'm going because it's telling me to go back on myself. And I think, hold on, where have I gone wrong? Should I actually set down this angle? And now when you do get lost, you are completely, there's just no way of getting back to it because the map now doesn't relate to where you are. That doesn't change back to say where you've gone. So what you do is don't get frustrated, just stop what you're doing. Don't even bother trying to fix it. Press your option button and go back to the last waypoint. Okay, that returns you back to the place where you are, which means you know you're going to go forward. And I'm now going down the angle road. So this is the angle down the side. So that's the section down here, and it goes down the side of the road. Yeah. Now, if I look at the map, I'm at 22 miles, and I should have actually been moving back. So I know I've gone wrong again. Going, hold on for a second. That's not the route. If I'm 24, I should be 20 kilometers, 0.93. That's not the case. So I've gone wrong again. Can I turn back? And again, stop it. Hit the option button. Restart back your wayback point. It's not going to happen. You're not going to find it back. So stop what you've done. So if you look at your kilometers when we start back now, we're at 21 and at 20.73 we're going to do. So theoretically I should be turning right there. So I've gone wrong again. I've gone straight forward again, like no. So when I was getting frustrated, where am I going? Where am I going? This wrong place. So I'm thinking it's here. It's just an open desert. Yeah. So what I need to do is go back. I need to turn virtually back on myself. Yeah, and that's the key thing. Stop your waypoint, go back, check it again, and just try and remember those in your head when you're trying to plot it out. And then the games become a lot more fun. I can really tell you, honestly, it will transform the game. So back to the last waypoint again. So we go back. So that meant it did the first point, and that's now coming back in front of the pillar. Now I'm going to slow this down because this is the key important part. So now, as you'll see, we'll come up to the finishing line. And I'm just going to put it in slow-mo now. So the sound goes off, we go slow-mo. Now, this is the problem. Do not cross the line. Right, this is our recon lap. Once you cross the finishing line, the stage is complete. And for some strange reason, you cannot restart the stage. That's one little annoyance there. Go, ah! So what you do is just before you go across those boxes, stop, press your options and restart the stage. But if you cross the line here like I'm doing here now, you cannot restart the stage. So your recon track's a waste of flipping time. So you got to be kidding me. So make sure you, before you get there, options, and then you can restart and then set the time that you want to do. Yeah, as you'll see here, if you keep jumping back at waypoints, you get penalised extra time. So that's my time I've got, and which is why I dropped down to 9th place. Yeah, so every time you use waypoint, it does do the time. But if you're doing it as a recon site, it's not a real issue. So we'll do the same thing again on the next stage. So back with normal speed. So again, treat your track off. Here we go. This is the first time I've done this track, so we'll do this live. So we drive around, it bends to the left between the palm trees going down. Okay, I'm going left, which is good, seems to be right. Seems I've gone, nothing's changing, and I've already gone to 2.2. Right, last waypoint. Well, in this case, I'm going to restart the whole thing. Because the start was the waypoint. Right, let's try again. It's quite a, as you can see, it's quite a turny track, this one. Right, here we go. Three, two, one, and we're off. Right. So we now go to these palm trees here, turn left, and it's going to be through the arch. So that archway is where we're going. We turn through here. We look at our checkpoint, we're going 245, roughly. We've got a little compass at the moment, stay in a straight line, 245, 250, I'm 252 at the moment, should be 272, so moving the compass, see that little C compass at the top, should be 272, and because I've gone off of it, I need to line it back up, there we go, now the little compass comes in, that will pass it, great, now I need to turn to 335, sorry, head to 335, that's the next one to 70, get to point 70. Now if you're doing the track, I'm looking at the map and I'm looking at the clock. I should slow down a bit, just get used to where I'm going. I'm going to drive down here. And that's basically how you play this game. But the game is actually, I'm quite intrigued with it. And like I say, I've only played this with the bikes. Yeah. So I haven't tried it with the steering wheel, I haven't tried it with the actual cars yet. I'll come around to that at some point. So it's slightly unfair review because I'm only reviewing the motorbikes because it's a motorbike channel. But from what I've experienced, I'm liking it. Yeah. And now I know how I'm playing this, I get to enjoy the lovely scenery and views because they have done a good job. I mean, these are the same people that did is it Snow Runner and Mud Runner games. So they've done this one as well. The handling is slightly different with the bike. See, you can see I'm lost again, so I get used to it. Right, so where we're going up and then to the right. So I'm going to go this way, to the right, and then I go back on myself. There we go. I've gone too far left now. Yeah, not too far left. I should be on 10. Look at my kilometres at the top. It should say 10. So I've gone wrong. Nope. Start again. Now, if you're watching this, you can say, obviously it's easy. Some people find it's easy on the screen. I have to say I didn't. Yeah. Because I'd like to know that I want to feel the environment you're doing, but I do like the fact that there is nothing guiding you. Yeah, you've got this map and the compass, and away you go. So here I want to go straight on, but I actually need to turn around and go straight behind me. Oh, yeah, messed that one up. Yeah, so I think I'm going over here, but I should actually turn behind. So I've messed that one up. But yeah, I mean, just look at this. Just look at the views of this track. It's absolutely brilliant. So I think it's worth its money. So it's in the sale at the moment. I think it's worth giving it a go. Don't hate the handling to start with. The bike does feel very light. I'll pre-warn you now. The bike's very light, but you want to slow down, but you get used to it. Yeah. But if you play a lot of bike games, just be aware it is slightly different. But no, I'm liking it. I think it's quite good. I want to see if I can work it out. It looks like it's a really hard game to platinum as well. And I'll be talking. I think if I haven't done so already, I'll be talking about some platinums. Because I do like to platinum a game. But yeah, I think you should give this one a go. I think the normal standard price is about £24, but there's a 60% off, and that's including the season pass. So I think it's worth it. And it's just another different variation of games. It's something this good. It's not bad at all. And I thought, you know what, I've got to put a little clip on explaining that, because I think, like I mentioned a bit earlier in this clip, if you're playing this game and you're doing it on like your Game Pass, or you're doing it through PlayStation, I don't think it's on the PlayStation extra stuff, but if you are, you'd probably get annoyed with it too quickly. And because you haven't paid for it, you go, oh, I'm not playing that. Nah. And that's the difference. I've actually played it. I thought, no, I'll give this due. I thought, no, I don't like this. This is really tricky. And I've seen people get lost at the start. You know, that's it. But actually, play it this way, and I can tell you, it's a lot more fun. But the visuals are stunning. It really is good visuals. And just another thing is, when you race along, if you see any other cars or track, yeah, right, follow the track. Because the track's normally a telltale sign that you're on the right line. Yeah. So any other cars is like a godsend in this thing. You use it as much as you can, because that gives you a rough idea as well. So you try to look at your total environment. Yeah. Well, look, that's all it for now. What I might do is, let me know in the comments. I might actually start doing a career mode in this to see if I can show you the different stages. I'm going to reset my career and start from scratch. So if you want me to show my clips for each stage, I can have happy to post this, as well as my Super Motocross ones as well. Let me know in the comments below. Have you played this? How have you found this? Did you find it annoying? Did you give up? I'm actually saying I'm well pleased with it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Take care, guys. I will all speak to you soon. I mean, by the way, I haven't even got to talk about creating your own tracks and waypoints yet, by the way. So I'm happy with what I've got, and I haven't even played the online or the creating your own tracks in this part. So I think it's definitely worth its value for money, but definitely, especially the sale at the moment. So I would recommend this. Give it a play if you do. Let me know what you say in the comments. Take care, guys, and I will be speaking to you soon. Cheers. Bye.